Hey folks, it's Lindsay Hustle with SPS back in the building over at Everett High School with my guy, Coach Jaleel Canty. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I gotta say, fam, too. We gotta go check that family tree to put everything together on that too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
My mom's like, you got some Cantys on your side. But man, we're here. Football practice is underway, and Coach, you're back at it again. Got a relatively young squad this year. Is that a gift and a curse, a young squad?
Yeah, it is, definitely. I mean, it's a gift in the sense of like you get to work with these guys for years, so you can see the potential and what it might be. And it's also a gift in the sense that sometimes teams are so young, they're naive that they don't even know any better. You know, that they'll go out and just, you know, have a unwilling belief in themselves by being so young, man. Because sometimes they haven't talked themselves out of, you know, their abilities yet, you know. So it can be a gift that way. It can also be a curse in the sense of, you know, being so young to being inexperienced. So we have to really like, really like try to create an atmosphere of adversity at practice and third down situations, turnover situations, stuff that they might not have experienced in the game. So, you know, it can be a curse that way because we just don't have the actual playing experience. But overall, I think our group is, they're mature for their age, but they're just not mature in the sense of, you know, football, you know, knowledge and understanding what it's like to be in a game and things like that.
Is there enough time with a week or so to go to get them ready?
I hope so. I hope so, man. You know, trust me, I'm not using that as an excuse for anything because I think we'll have a great season. I think we've done a great job bringing them along. We've had a great summer as a unit. But we are a young crew, so, you know, we'll be around for years to come.
Am I reading you right now? There's a level of relaxation. I'm not saying anything is being taken for granted, but I don't sense you being tense. And I don't equate tense with being locked in, but am I reading was that Everett trip that you guys had or having a couple days off?
Yeah, I mean, I think the beauty in this team, regardless of us being young, is that we're tight knit.
Okay.
You know, like very, very close. I think the Everett trip was powerful for our team. Gave a lot of kids a chance to be vulnerable. And a lot of our kids don't understand that it's okay to not be okay. You know, and they live with this mantra of social media, trying to live up to this image. And you know, and you get kids out there for 4 or 5 days, and you talk out at the campfire, and you know, do all these things together as brothers, and you get to experience different things, and you get to realize I'm more like you than I thought. You know, so I'm sure
that was a new experience for them, getting away from the city lights. Going on. Shout out to Ben Bolowinski for putting that together.
Absolutely.
Over at Camp Everett was a beautiful experience, and I saw you guys up there. I knew that was gonna be a good thing. You know, you touched on things about being close knit, and then talking about the mental health aspect of what's going on. You guys have overcome a lot. I don't think enough credit's been given to what you guys endured over the past couple of years, particularly here at Everett with this program. No need to rehash all that, but talk about the state of affairs for mental health for your players, for the culture of the team, and things as you see it.
Yeah, I mean, like mental health wise, like we got guys who like deal with real life trauma, you know, like, I mean, as you and I know, the year 2020 was really tough, you know, 2021, you know, losing a couple players and a lot of those guys losing teammates and classmates and things like that. And a lot of that stuff went unaddressed, you know, for kids, you know.
And to be clear, for those who don't know or just catch up, losing means loss of life.
Loss of life, yeah.
Like players no longer here and dealing with that.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, you know, from our aspect, like I talk about us being tight-knit, you know, that's one of the things that brings you closer. And understanding that we all went through that together, always able to be there for one another. As far as our mental health, like it's always big for us to check on our guys and make sure they're okay because, you know, they deal with a lot. You know, not just those situations, but day in and day out at homes and their family lives. You know, we got some powerful student athletes who endure a lot, but they still manage to get here every day and work hard, you know, regardless of them circumstances. So for me, it's inspiring. You know, the kids inspire me each and every day to, like, you know, like some of the stuff these kids go through, man, you couldn't even imagine. You know, just because the way they come here every day, they still continue to work. They listen, you know, they're respectful.
Inspire that kid laughing too, going through all that.
Yep. So, man, like I said, they inspire me every day to keep going and, you know, to continue to be a resource for them.
Yeah, speaking of resources, the Capital Region Community Foundation has blessed SPS with a grant to give me a chance to come talk to great coaches like you and players, particularly in the Lansing area. When I sit down and talk with a few of your guys, what's something you anticipate that I'll hear? Is there a theme you think I'll hear from these guys? You talked about being close-knit. You talked about overcoming adversity. What do you think their tone may be like?
I would hope that they would, you know, give you our team phrase this year, which is earn it.
Earn it.
Okay. You know, we've been sticking to that since the beginning of the summer.
Earn
Real blue collar team, you know, who's earning everything. Like we talk about earning every single day, not taking days for granted. Yeah, so I would hope that would be the theme. It's on the back of our shirts, you know, back of a couple things that we're wearing and stuff like that. And it's really want to be our motto, you know.
That's heavy. I'll do a counter for every time I hear earn it, and I'll let you know about that. Yeah. But also, what a strong phrase for a generation that's been known for not taking on accountability. And I'm not saying it's your guys, but they always talk about this generation is an entitled generation. And here you guys are talking about earn it. I mean, do you see a correlation with how that can be a powerful tool for this generation?
Yeah, absolutely. They just broke on earn it. I don't know if you heard it.
Okay, good. We got one.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it can definitely be a tool. We talk about, like you said, entitlement. A different generation of kids and what they come to expect, things given to them, and things like that. So I mean, for our crew, we talk about it more than just football, like just earning everything, like your grades, you know, being a great student, you know, earning.
I'm not gonna get the good grade because I'm on a football team and they gonna look out for me and I got swag.
No, absolutely not. Not an EV. Not an EV.
No bet.
Yep. So earning the respect of their community, doing different things. You know, we had a community outreach day where we went out and cleaned up the neighborhood, South Side.
Awesome.
All had on our T-shirts, picking up trash, doing different things.
What do you see when those guys do that? Do you see a little pep in their step? Do they stand up a little straighter when they have those type of experiences?
I think I see gratitude, man. I think a lot of them, you know, they're just not exposed to a bunch of experiences. Travis Key and Caleb Thornhill, two people who work hand in hand with the Lansing School District here, Section and Eastern as well, and they bring up this big thing: exposure breeds expansion, right? So that's something that, like, you know, that we model our whole culture, our team as coaches, like exposure breeds expansion. So like, dude, like last year we took 50 kids to the Quicken Lanes Bowl at Ford Field.
Wow.
We went to
50?
50, yeah.
Man, that's your whole squad plus some.
Plus some, yeah. We took a couple other kids from other schools as well. Went to Eastern Michigan for a spring practice. Went to University of Toledo for a spring practice.
Wow.
Competed at Davenport University 707, University of Toledo 707. So we're trying to really expose our kids to things beyond what they might see in their own community, things beyond what they might even dream of being possible, you know. So so that exposure breeds expansion is something that's been big in our coaching staff and something that we want to continue on throughout, you know, well, as long as I'm here.
Oh, man, that's great. I'm hearing your coaching staff in the back, they got things going for you. Talk about your coaching staff and just what's underestimated about the work that you as a coach and also, you know, a leader in the school that you guys have to go through to make sure not only put a great product on the field, but you help these young men in their growth.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got the best coaching staff in the state, like, you know, bar none. Luckily, you know, a lot of these guys I went to high school with, or, you know, a bunch of us are Everett grads, so we were, you know, invested, community invested. Most of us work inside the school in some capacity, or Everett football alumni came here, played in college, got our degrees, man. So it's dope to see, you know, it all come back to fruition, and now being able to live in this spotlight. And now it's like, man, like I tell people all the time, like I'm the face, but like, dude, the dirty work is done by everybody. Like it's not me doing a bunch of work, you know. All them trips I just talked about, that's coaches driving. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody giving them no gas. Ain't nobody giving them no gas money for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that they invested into to make sure that our kids, you know, are exposed to things that they might not be, you know, you know, by themselves. So my coaching staff is amazing, man. They help me out day in and day out. One of my coaches coming back right now from bringing a few kids to go get physicals, man. So it's just like when you talk about, like, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. When you talk about like a staff that's like invested, like, I mean, like invested like 100%.
That's a great. When you talk about the camaraderie from going to school together, I know we don't want to get ahead of games. You got one game coming up, but then the following week, you got August 26th, you know, over at, if I'm saying it correctly, no, you're hosting J.W. Sexton. To be transparent, I was just with Sexton last week. I know you was busy on the road, and they say mum's the word. They say they don't got nothing to say. They're going to let the pads do the talking. But talk about the matchup with your good friend and mentor, Coach Jaleel Davis, and the Sexton crew for the this will be the third time?
Third time.
And right now the record is?
2-0.
Ooh, for who?
Me.
Yes, sir. I just want to hear you say it.
No, not like that, man. But
I know it ain't. I had to pull it out of you. He's humble with it.
Yeah. So as you know, man, I got great respect and admiration for Coach Davis. And you know everything that they do over there in the city of Lansing. Like I'm a Lansing advocate. You know, I love Everett, but I love any city kids. any kids from around here, you know what I'm saying, I'm always rooting for them and doing things like that. But as far as the game goes, I'm excited. I mean, like, the city's better when all the schools are good, you know?
Yeah,
the city's better, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially now we're all in 3 different conferences, so we could beat up on each other and still all win the conference championship. Like, that's still a real possibility. So I'm excited for the game. I think our kids are excited. The past 2 years, we haven't been able to play them at home because in 2019 we played there, and then we didn't play in 2020. Sure. We played there again last year. So now we get a chance to host the game. So I'm really excited to be in front of our home fans against Sexton, man. So it's going to be a great game. I know they've got a lot of great athletes. We got some really good athletes as well. So I'm excited, man.
Hey, it's going to be a great thing going on. Anybody you want to shout out before we let you get out of here?
Yeah, definitely want to shout out the fam, shout out my kids, shout out my coaches, and, you know, shout out the team, man. Like I said, this is a team I've grown very fond of, man, and love them dearly. So, man, I'm excited about this group. Like I said, we don't got many seniors, so this will be a group that we have next year, and a lot of the guys will have a year after that. So I'm excited about the future of Everett football.
Yeah, you love them, but you still make them hit them lefts.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Of course, man. We're going to put that work in. We're going to earn it.
Outstanding, man. If you can't get excited about Everett football, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm happy to be able to come and check these guys out. With that being said, this was Lindsay Hustle with SPS. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.